Okay, one of these days I'm going to spill this when I thunk it down on the table. Anyway, yesterday we glued this little corner on, and that was like 16, 18 hours ago now. So I can quite well imagine that that's CA. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, it was CA thin that I had used. And I can well imagine it's about as set as it's going to set. In fact, my experience with CA is that it sort of gets sort of brittle, almost powdery as age goes by. And it will actually slowly let go. And actually so will 5-minute epoxy. At least it will on wood. I know I've used 5-minute epoxy to glue clocks together, only to find out that 10 years later, for some reason, parts of it are coming off for no particular reason. Anyway, by the way, the view you're getting out the front window this morning is looking to the left. Normally you're looking straight ahead or maybe slightly to the right, but today you're looking to the left. But it is out the front window. Anyway, let's stick on the macro lens here. Like we've never done that before, right? And we'll try and see if we can move this corner that you probably can't see in place and glue it down. Okay, I've got a block of wood here on the end of my holder downer. This holder downer that we made way back when we were doing the Bismarck. I better get my other glasses on here. Sure is handy. Used it so many times for stuff like this. Now, I could be moved in slightly closer with my macro lens. Now, if I put it in between on top of that middle rung there. Now, the idea is to be able to just pull it back so that the corners match up. All right, now I'm not ready here. Why am I not ready? Oh, phooey. Is it plugged only on the end? Okay, I only cut off about 1 millimeter there. Okay, is everything still lined up? Let me check the monitor. Looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? Let's see if this improves anything. Okay, that drops my ISO from about 8,000 down to 2,500, and I can see a little better. Okay, did any come off? Okay, we got it that time. Yeah, it looks like that bottom rail has been glued down for almost 3 millimeters. So that's not going to move. Okay, we'll let that cure. And then we'll try and do the back. Now, you know, folks, I had it right the first time. I didn't need to put any more on. Yeah, when I'm sitting here editing right now, I can see that I did get a little bit on under that post the first time. And now I've got a blob of glue there. But you know, I honestly could not see that. Maybe I have to reposition my monitor so it's close to me like this monitor is here in front of the computer that I'm using right now to edit. Maybe that's my problem. The monitor on the model table is too far away. It's not that it's a whole lot less sharper than the one I'm using now. It's just a case of I'm just not seeing it. Now, a few minutes ago, while I was sitting here complaining about how I couldn't see my monitor, I look up into my surveillance monitor, which is just above my computer monitor, and I see my neighbor backing in. Now, here's what's happening. Some of you are wondering, how do you get your groceries if you haven't driven your car since the 19th of last month? Well, when we had our first lockdown way back in last fall, my neighbor said he was going to start picking his groceries up and he was just going to order them online, and if I wanted anything, he'd be happy to add it to it. So that's what's been happening. I just email him over everything I want, and it's all with all the links and everything, and it's nice and convenient for him to just add it to his. So he goes to the store with his car, pops the trunk. He doesn't even have to get out of his car. Somebody comes out of the store with his order, puts it in the trunk. He backs in. I come get the order, my stuff out, and then I pay his convenience fee. That's the least I can do, right? And so he doesn't have to touch the groceries, and I don't have to go to the store. It's working out really good. We've been doing that, oh my goodness, since the first lockdown. So that's why I don't really need a car, do I? But I want one. Anyway. Okay, we're up around 8,000 ISO. That's pretty steep, but at least the depth of field is good. I suppose I could move my light in a little closer. That might change things a little bit here. It is true that I can see the monitor a lot better. Yeah, I can see the monitor real well right now. I don't know how this is going to work out, though, for when it comes to having the hull of the ship here, because it takes up quite a bit of space. All right, now we should be able to get our holder downer out of there now. I'm guessing about 2 hours has passed. So I'm just going to try and pick it up here and move it back without hooking on anything. There we go. All right. Now let's swing this around. Let's see if I can turn it around and watch the monitor at the same time. All right, you can just barely see under there. Yeah, we'll readjust. Okay, the very first corner that we did, I accidentally broke it off. Had to glue it back on. I've got it glued on as good as it's going to stay. Yeah, I know. You're looking at that and you're thinking, well, Ron, you didn't get it on very straight. But I'm looking at it in the monitor sort of like you are right now. So yeah, leaves a lot to be desired. I know that. Okay, let's move on to something else. This is what can I say? It's going to have to do. And you know what? When I take my glasses off and put on my other glasses, my ordinary reading glasses, it looks fine. It looks fine. And from arm's length, it looks really fine. Okay, B12, that's this one right here. B8, that's this piece right here. A11, that's the railing. and A29 is the stairs. We are done with this section of 54. All right. Now this section, I believe, is actually going to be harder in a way because it involves those pieces that have the stairs or the ladders attached to the railing. And if you remember, I bent one of them and I still haven't completely straightened it out yet. Yeah, and then there's, well, some of these railings are going to be really easy. Like, pardon my hand here. Okay, this one will be fairly easy. I would think that these ones here will be fairly easy. We'll see. Okay, these 4 items here are these 4 items here, and they have to go right here. Now I'm thinking that in all likelihood there's more of a chance that I'm going to mash down the railing trying to put these on than I am going to be breaking these off if I'm trying to put the railing on later. So I think that these will probably be the most sturdy things of all of this stuff we have to put on here. So let's put them on first instead of last. Hey. I might have to drill those out just a little bit. I don't want to be scratching the paint off there. I wonder maybe I might be better off putting in the ones that go right here and here first. Let's just get them over here and see what's going to happen. Yeah, the splinter guard's in my way here. I would think that once I get the extra thin in the hole there, maybe put a little bit of extra thin on the end of the peg. Let's get this out of the way. I keep sticking myself to it here. Okay, let's just give it a whirl and see what happens here. Oh, Ron. I thought that would go in. I must have miscalculated here. No, maybe I'll just use my finger. Kind to work it in. Does it look like it's going on? Maybe if I check the monitor here. Kinda. Yeah, I think it's going down. Now maybe if I was to grab it by the optical unit instead of, I might be able to push down a little better here. My goodness, I keep sticking myself to that tape. There. It sort of popped in place. Okay, does it look straight? Yeah, not bad. I can see where the extra thin wicked its way along the corner there. I'm hoping when that dries it won't dry shiny, but I guess I put too much on there, didn't I? Story of my life. Now, I was just noticing here that it appears that the seat for these optical units is, especially this one, is very close to where this unit is going to go. I'm wondering if it's going to be in the way there. There's no reason why this couldn't be turned just a little bit, like that. After all, then on the real ship, I'm sure they turned because they'd have to be able to look out all over the place. Not quite at the right angle here. Okay, it's down, but I think it might look better if it was looking straight out. I'll try and turn it here. Sorry to get my finger in your way. That's some better. Okay, let's quit poking at it. We'll try and do the other one so it's sort of at the same angle. Okay. Now you'll notice I'm holding this one a little bit differently here. I have to reposition it in my hand. Okay, it's more or less at the same angle as the other one. I could straighten it out, I guess. This one here, this little thingamajig is a little bit bent the wrong way, but I'll wait until after the extra thin dries out. and all the plastic is solidified. I do believe that we're about as square as we can get here. Well, if you use your imagination, you can almost see 200 skill soldiers, or seamen rather, sailors, I'll get it yet, folks, sitting on those things, you know, probably scared as all get out. Yeah, you know what, we're gonna have to call it quits for today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.